welcome to another process video. I'm going to be making these little round fabric pots, different sizes, little notion pots, handy pots to put things in. As soon as I saw one at Auntie Jennifer's, I thought, oh, I really need to make one of those. Let me pull you closer so you can see. Oh, there's Freddie. I started off by cutting out circles from fabric. I love this fabric actually. I'm not sure whether it's Christmassy. It's got a mug of tea, little house, a vintage sewing machine, a bit like Serafina, a jar of cookies, and knitting needles. I thought, oh, I don't know whether it's Christmassy, but I thought that's all the things we love. I think it's for all the year round. Now, Jennifer, I'm interested in this. I love this.
Oh, right.
I love your whole area. Was that made from one large circle?
Yeah, I can't remember how I made it now. It was something I saw on YouTube, but it was, you zigzagged over a piece of wool and you draw it up into a...
Yeah. More of a dessert plate size. So I just drew round with my pen that irons off, but you can just draw around with a normal pen. 2 circles, and I put wrong sides together. Like that. Sitting slow stitching. Little Freddie's asleep. Oh, I'm here.
Freddie's more important.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he is, isn't he?
Very relaxed.
He is. He loves your sofa. It's very comfy. Look,
Nice.
yeah, like a little patchwork. I'm going all down the. It's very relaxing, actually. Nearly finished, actually. Just going to go down there now.
Actually
oh no, all down that
something.
bit. I know. Yeah, thank you. Oh dear. Thank you, darling. Yeah, just got to go down there, and then I can. Yeah, I really did have a great time with this fabric, following the lines. Really, it reminds me of a patchwork quilt. It's probably from that sort of design, isn't it? An old patchwork quilt where somebody's taken like a what do you call it? Candy stripe. Do you know my school uniform used to be brown candy stripe? So this could have been mine, and some maybe old Laura Ashley dress, and made a patchwork quilt from it. I love it. So I've quilted it, but you don't have to do that. When that's done, what I did was put a gathering stitch. I've put a gathering stitch all round here. So for a gathering stitch, let's just, like sew a knot, I'm just putting a stitch in the same place here, like that, and popping the needle in and out. I'm not doing too large stitches, so the gathers are nice and fine, but I am calling this slow stitching. So when I say slow stitching, it means you don't have to be an expert, but you can be an expert. It's just a time for pure relaxation, not about keeping in the lines or keeping the stitches that all the same sizes. So I'm going to go all the way around here later. Oh, have a nice sip of tea. I like the bracelet you have, Flo. That came all the way from Africa, didn't it? You're going to wear that round your head, or is that going to be the waistband for the skirt? Yes, we will be making skirts this week for Flo and Jennifer. Oh, I hadn't got it. Dances like that. You'd be surprised. So going back to this one, this is all done now. So the stitching has gone all the way round and it meets where I started. I've put my glasses on. Let me put my glasses on and I can actually see. Yes, let me take that round to where it starts. That's it. And then, holding this side, I'm going to draw this up, pull it. I can put that down. When you're sewing, make sure you rest your hands. Don't hurt your hands, will you? And gather that round like this. And we'll see what size this one comes out. Oh, here's a ruler. My calendar, 1963. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, a 9-inch plate. And I bet this was a 6-inch plate, this one here. So I'm drawing this one in. And you have to sort of scoot it round. Scoot it all round. Draw it up again. And you can always loosen it. It's not that much bigger, is it? Let's do you know there's no right or wrong way, because this isn't a particular pattern. This is just going by the look of Auntie Jennifer's one. Little Freddie getting comfy. Oh, that's it. You're comfy now, Freddie. That's it. Love these birds that Christine sent me, this fabric. Isn't it lovely? No, Cheryl sent me this fabric. Isn't it gorgeous? Very inspiring. Sitting it on the desk. I like to sit things on the desk so I can ponder over them, really. That's it. There's no rush. We can just take our time fiddling with this until you think there's no lumps of gathers. It's sort of even it out. But of course, we're not going for perfection. We're going for a handy pot to put things in. There we are. It's just that bit bigger. So, yes. Am I pleased with that? So, I'll just gather this up there. I think I am. So then when I'm pleased with it, I'm going to tie off the thread like this. Let's just putting the thread in over and over again, just so it ties it off. And scissors. Snip that off and then pop that back in my needle book full of, oh thank you Colin, full of threaded needles ready to go. Pop that in there. Oh, I think that's lovely. Swoosh it round, and from an old blouse I've made myself some bias binding. Now you can use shop bought bias binding. I've got some here. I've got this shop bought bias binding. This has been, have you got items of haberdashery that have been travelling around with you since you were a teenager? So this is shop bought bias binding. You can still buy it now. This must be vintage. I'm vintage. Oh dear. So pop that over there. Just even this up a bit. So I made my own. Do you love those videos where they make bias binding or a short and you watch them pull fabric through a little clip or, oh, I love watching it. But then when it came to it, I just thought, oh, I don't want to watch any videos. So all I did was got my iron out. I ripped the fabric. First of all, I folded it in half. And then I ironed this side towards the halfway line. And that side towards the halfway line. And as I ironed it, it ironed that middle crease out. Even doing it that long-winded way, I found it relaxing. So let's just put this over. Oh, can you see this is where, you know, when you're sewing and you think, obviously you didn't pull the thread right through there, so I've got like a loop. But it doesn't matter, I can hide that underneath the bias binding. I like this size actually, so let's pop this over like this, popping that loose thread. I'm going to clip that there. You can use clips or pins. So you're going over it. Over it both sides. So you take in the bit of lining and a bit of the outside over the top. You're going over the top. There we are. That's it. That's how many clips I've got. So I'll just start off. I'll start off here. And I'm going to get some embroidery thread. I think maybe at this stage you could do it by machine, but I'm just going to slow stitch. And then, again, I'm going to take it slow, making sure I catch the bias binding. So it's quite thick to get through, so I've got my chenille needle, so I get both pieces. It's nice and sharp, this chenille needle. Look, it didn't go through, hold on. Let's just go a few times just to make it tight. That's it. And then I'm going to make sure I go through the back of the bias binding, through and to this side. Take that clip off, and with your thumbs you can be folding it down and making sure you can feel the top in the centre of the bias binding. So down through here and then up through the other side, catching in that bias binding. There we are. And then you just go all the way round. When I get to this bit, I cut it off and I double it up and then go over like that, so I haven't got a raw edge. So I've actually done some slow stitching, and this time it hasn't got a raw edge. So I've made a handy pot to put things in. Every time I go to a haberdashery shop, I've been asking them, have they got any quilter's pins? Because, where are you? Becky made me this gorgeous brooch, and that's using a quilter's pin. I love it. They're curved a little bit like a nappy pin. Look like a banana, don't they? So I think that could be a handy place to put my quilter's pins in. Wonderful. And then I can make some little brooches just like on Aunt Beck's with leftover scrips and scraps. Got plenty little leftover bits and pieces. Flo has her cup of tea. I'm going to finish my cup of tea. Oh, lovely. I've got a satsuma, nice healthy snack too. Thank you for spending this time with us today. I do appreciate you, really do. I do. I genuinely feel so relaxed once you sat here and I've been chatting to you. I like the size of this one as well. When I say handy pot to put things in, it just reminds me of Winnie the Pooh. Many happy returns of the day, called out Pooh, forgetting that he had said it already. Thank you, Pooh. I'm having them, said Eeyore gloomily. I've bought you a little present, said Pooh excitedly. I've had it, said Eeyore. Pooh had now splashed across the stream to Eeyore, and Piglet was sitting a little way off, his head in his paws, snuffling to himself. It's a useful pot, said Pooh. Here it is. And it's got a very happy birthday with love from Pooh written on it. That's what all the writing is. And it's for putting things in. There. When Eeyore saw the pot, he became quite excited. Why, he said, I believe my balloon will just go into that pot. Oh, his balloon will go in because Piglet had burst it. Oh, I love that. And originally the pot was going to be full of honey, but on the way Pooh Bear got hungry and ate all the honey. And that just, when I make little pots and tubs and things, it just reminds me of that. We've made today a little useful pot to put things in, just like Pooh. It's autumn time here down on the desk. Autumn, fall. little gnomes are happily kicking the leaves. And a lovely postcard from Catherine too. Walk with the knowledge that you are never alone. Audrey Hepburn. That was from Lala. Sent us that quote. Shall we light a candle? Yes. Let's do that. Where was that saying from Anjo? It's in here somewhere. It's getting... Yeah, here it is, look. Let's try to stay full of peace and rest together with our creations. Oh, yes, let me read it again. Let's try and stay full of peace and rest together with our creations spreading love and unity. Oh, I love that. Thank you, Anjo. Take good care, everyone. Bye. Can you see Freddie? Yes, you can. People want to see you, Freddie. That's it, darling. You sit like that. Nice. There you go.
True. Ben's making, these are coffee beans we brought back from Africa. Do you remember seeing the people and they had one little coffee bush for their family? Do you remember that on the way down from the mountain? Thank you. Thank you, Ben.
My mum's saying thank you. She means stop recording.
Do you actually?
She's trying to
Did you
say
just
stop
turn
recording.
your light on? Because it's nice, isn't it?
Yeah, it's on. Yeah,
it's nice. I like it.
Top quality.
There's Freddie. And Mum's stood there like that.
Ta-da!
Quilt reveal. Oh, that's really cool.
It is wonderful. You haven't
Nice.
seen it big, have you? Actually?
I haven't know.
It is.
It's really nice.
And if you
Yeah.
look close, look, you can see all these little
Oh yeah.
shapes.
Yeah. Wow.
I know.
Amazing.
My Auntie Jennifer.
Yeah.
Thank
And
you,
Freddie.
Auntie Jennifer.
Freddie.
Yeah. I'll put it on the back of the.
Oh, I wasn't recording.
Oh, stop it! You're not like me.